Thank you. You too. See ya. Yeah, I was just at McDonald's. It's about 1 o'clock in the morning. No, it's 1:30 in the morning. It's Halloween night, not a soul in sight. I hear footsteps. Who's that coming? No, it's I just did a gig at the Canungra Hotel, and this podcast is brought to you by Koala Karma, the chill out drink. It's the opposite of an energy drink, and trust me, it does the business. It calms you down. But hey, I actually need one now because I got my ass kicked a little tonight, and not in a fight or anything. I've been in this band for 4 years, and I told the guys in the band by email exactly what I thought of them after 4 years, and it was a very bad choice. It was really bad, and tonight I looked them in the face for the first time, and one of the guys in the band who I particularly respect the most is very upset with me, and he really gave it to me tonight, and I took it, but at the same time it's exactly what I thought, and I guess it's a business decision, you know, when you're in business with someone, and these things always happen, and it should have been via a meeting. That was my problem, right? So, and I apologise flat out, and I really apologised. But he's still playing hardball with me, and maybe he'll never accept my apology. Anyway, on today's podcast, I've got my ass kicked. I'm telling you right now, I had my ass kicked tonight, and I deserve it. So, I'm man enough to say I'm sorry, and it doesn't happen often. And emails will maybe be the death of me one day. I've done that before years ago in business, and everyone does it. Like, I felt like I was cornered, and I had to do something. And though it did fix all the problems for me personally, I actually made someone else feel really bad, who I care about a lot, and that's what it's all about. But hey, thanks for this massive stupid intro, Drew. Good job. Today's podcast was actually recorded yesterday at a funeral, in between the funeral of a beautiful lady that raised me for about 4 years, Denise Cleeve. Denise was my mate, one of my best mates, Chris Cleave's mum, and she raised me between the years 14 to say 16 and a half, 17, but she showed us comedy, music, and she taught us how to listen and how to speak to adults. You know, before then it was just like I don't know. Anyway, so I'm a bit sad tonight for two reasons. Because Denise is gone, and life is funny. But the upside is I got to reunite with my old drummer Mik Easterman, who we moved to Sydney together. We did a whole bunch of shows with a band called Bull Rush, and massive, lots and lots of work, like daily rehearsals for years. And he's an expert drummer. He now drums for the Lamplights and all sorts of things like that you'll hear on here. But he's about to go on do a gig at the Sydney Opera House. But anyway, over to you, Mick, and I'm sorry to my champion, I messed up today, and I'm sorry about this long, stupid intro. It's a different podcast. I'm feeling emotional. I only want to do a little intro to this show, and now I've bored you with all this. But anyway, thank you. Love you. All right, Mik Easterman. This is welcome to the Gold Coast vs Drew Cruck podcast.
G'day.
Do you listen to any podcast shows?
I haven't, no.
Yeah, well, I'm we were talking just before, right? I'm hooked on a couple, and that, like I said, I was always on the internet, working, and I couldn't work and listen to radio shows, or after a while, and I found podcasting where it's pretty much you're talking, so it's easy to work and listen to someone else's conversation,
like having someone else in the room.
Yeah,
so you're not working by yourself.
But I'm doing 100 episodes this year. I'm up to episode number 60. No, 70. Congratulations, you're episode number 70.
Yes!
How do you feel?
I'm pretty excited.
Mate, it's a sad day because, first of all,
it is.
Mik Easterman, I met you in about 1993? 93, yeah.
Absolutely.
When you were at, what was the name of the...
COTA, the College of Tourism and Hospitality. But there was a music course that they did.
Yeah, and what suburb? That's South Bank or?
Yeah.
South Brisbane?
Yep.
Yeah.
So I met Chris Cleeve there, who was a mate of yours, and met you that way.
Yep. And then we 93, 96, I guess we spent and lived together for 3 years after that, at least.
Oh, yeah, I reckon it was more than that, wasn't it?
I think so.
It felt a lot longer.
93, definitely 97. I'm from Logan, if you distract. No, hey, so...
We lived together for a while.
Yeah, so we're actually in the car for a sad reason because, our mate Chris Cleeve, his lovely mum Denise passed away last Monday, and we were just driving between her funeral and her wake.
Yes.
And I'm really stoked you don't have a car because...
Captive audience.
You're in my... Yeah, we haven't... When was the last time we've done this?
Years ago.
It would have been 1996. I swear I quit Bull Rush in 96.
Okay.
At the end of 96. And...
I've bumped into you a couple of times since then, but...
So, you're a drummer.
Yes.
The last time I saw you, you were drumming for the Lamplights, who I saw on...
Have you seen the Lamplights?
Yep.
I didn't know you'd seen the
Yeah,
Lamplights.
but on the day they didn't. They always played at the Palm Beach Currumbin High State School or whatever it is.
At the markets.
At the markets, yeah, and they had a little mouse that would dance around. But everyone loved them. I remember going, who are these guys? The Lamplights. And then next minute I saw your poster. That's Mick. Oh my God, yes, I know famous people once again. That's good.
famous if you go to the Palm Beach Currumbin markets.
Yeah, but so what became of the Lamplights? Because I know you ended up on TV a couple of times.
Yeah, we've done a few tours and done some TV stuff. We're still kicking around, just trying to all get together in the same place to write for the next record at the moment, actually. But with 5 guys, it's difficult to all get together at one point. But yeah, the band's still going. We've got a few shows coming up before the end of the year, and yeah, we'll be writing again soon.
When in our band there are 4, but only one of us are in another band.
Right.
Really, technically all the time. So that's the biggest problem. I can't do Wednesdays, can only do Thursdays. So is it like that for the Lamplights? Are you in other bands?
Yeah, there's lots of guys doing other bands. Matty, our bass player at the moment, he's travelling a lot. Jace, our guitarist, plays with pretty much everyone.
Yeah. What's his last name?
Jason McGregor.
Did I pay him out on Facebook the other week? Was that him? Did you see that?
No, I didn't see that.
I did the worst thing. I comment. Do you know Ross Comerford?
Yes.
All right, great. I went to all of... Ross Comerford was the first guy that showed me music when he was 5 years old, playing piano at school.
Really?
Yep.
I wondered how you knew Ross.
Yeah, and so my entire life I've related music to Ross Comerford.
Wow.
And I've seen on Facebook how, he's still ripping. He's a massive piano player.
Yeah, he's
the best.
Crazy.
You'd say he's probably one of the finest in Brisbane.
Absolutely.
Right? Anyway, here's where I went wrong, Mick. I'm such a stupid... Anyway, 2 Mondays ago or something, just when I was feeling good about myself, it was late at night, and I... what are they called? The Pressure Band.
The Pressure.
Yeah, The Pressure.
Yeah.
So The Pressure was Ross Comerford's band that was playing at the Press Club for a long time.
Yes.
And they're a real musicians band, and they play not so altogether jazz, but just anything that was technical and
yeah, like funk fusion, I suppose.
Yeah.
Lots of notes. Very technical.
And I remember him telling us, so I don't mind telling telling you this, but I remember him being so devastated that the press club where they had this residency for a long time said no more for the Pressure band.
Yeah, they were canning bands.
And they turned it into tranny trivia.
I remember that.
And I remember going, what that is just the worst thing to be replaced by. Can you think of anything worse? And these are real musicians, right? So I felt his pain. Well, here's where it gets bad. And you know me as an asshole, so you understand. But okay, Ross put on Facebook, hey, here's a great. I just found this great old video of the Pressure at the Press Club, and I'm watching it, and here I am watching my old state school mate, and I finally get to see a bit of video of him playing, and it is such a technical song, and he's ripping, just bang, he's got 2 sets of keys there, and he's all over it, and there was a fixed camera angle, and the drummer, he's right into it, and you know when you're in a band, I always say it 100 times, you're trying to highlight to the crowd accents. Yeah. Like, here comes the bit you love. Yeah. Bang, bang. Dun, 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 dun. Here comes the bridge. Yeah, it's a whole different sort of dance, right? Well, I have due to my own band, I have a bit of a bug up my ass about it sometimes, and this was one of these nights. So I went, hit the bass player. Yep, he feeling it. The drummer, yes. The keyboard player. But the guitar player in this band, he was standing dead still, dead still. It was not even like a cool stance. He was just sort of staring at an iPad perhaps or something. And hey, and I could never play what he was playing. Let's not even pretend that I could play what he was, the things he was doing, solos and everything. But I said, Facebook, I said, hey, Ross, you are clearly ripping. I can't help but want to kick the guitarist's ass for not doing anything. And that's when all the rain came down here. Because little did I know that I'm sure his name was Jason.
It's not Jason McGregor.
No, okay.
Be, but
I don't think all Jason of Brisbane hated me. All of Brisbane. Do you know Johnny Blunt?
No.
John Blunt, singer of Killer Queen?
No.
No? Oh, and a great performer I worked with. Well, at the end of it, we were arguing so much that we blocked each other. and I'm still, like, I didn't get involved in the argument, and I went, okay, I've clearly... And that's all I really said. Actually, no, I did. I went one more and I said, hey, let's all watch the tape back and realise that this guy was the reason for all the poker machines in the... Anyway, I left it at that.
The reason for tranny trivia.
But every morning I woke up, there was a new guy just laying into me. I went, okay, fair enough. All right, so he's not them?
No. And this is the first time you've been allowed back into Brisbane since that event, I imagine.
I'm scared. I'm scared. No. So, what are you doing right now?
Right now, we're heading to the Wake.
The Wake, yep. And, no, band-wise.
Band-wise. So we've got the Lamplights is ongoing. You've mentioned Ross Comerford. I met Ross because we were both playing for Luke Kennedy after he was on The Voice. Currently doing some work with Naomi Price, also from The Voice. What else am I doing? I feel like there's always lots of stuff going on.
So
I've recorded a track with a guy called Latwinsky. He's just got one song up on Triple J Unearthed. So have a listen to that. That's pretty cool.
Wow. How did you get that? From people you know? Do they?
Yeah. It's kind of a referral business, music, really. You play with some guys and you have a bit of fun, and then they play with someone else and they need a drummer, and they go, oh, okay, I know a guy. Let me get my guy along. So it's kind of, it's referral business, and a lot of times I think it's
relationship too.
Relationship. People that like hanging out with you, or that you enjoy hanging out with, they're the guys that you call up and go, hey man, I've got this.
Yeah, he isn't a wanker kind of thing.
Exactly.
That's basically, isn't it?
I can vouch for this guy. He's not a douchebag. Yep. So how about we get him along?
Yep.
And
good gear, on time.
Yep.
Not drinking, saying anything silly.
Crack some jokes sometimes, and off we go. So.
Well, I didn't actually plan for this, but when speaking of the old Bullrush band we were in,
yes,
there was our bass player Grant Tanag.
Tanag.
We said,
Fitzpatrick.
Grant Fitzpatrick, and as I didn't plan to